Good morning, class 9. We have discussed it about the mixed economy. Merits and demerits are there. Now we will discuss about the demerits. We have discussed about previously the features and the merits of the mixed economy. Now we just see we will discuss about the evil or the mixed or negative of mixed economy. So first one is through the mixed economy is considered the golden path between capitalism and socialism is also suffers from many evils, or evils means or the demerits or the wrong things are there in this economy also. First one is instability. It means there is no stability, there is a fluctuation is there. A mixed economy cannot continue a long period. And what is the reason behind it? Why there is an instability? Because it may be possible that in future some private undertaking are nationalized. Nationalized means it will be controlled by the government, or a government will be the owner later on. Hence there is a danger of nationalization is there. So always there is a fear in the private sector that the government can control their things. On the other hand, there is a possibility that private sector may refuse to cooperate with the public sector. So sometimes when there is so much the control or so much the interference of the government sector or the public sector, the private sector can refuse to cooperate with the government sector. Uncoordinated system. In mixed economy, uncoordinated system is there. Under mixed economy, lack of coordination between the private and the public sector. In capitalism, made by price mechanisms, so according to the price mechanism, the work is done. But in the socialism, there is a central planning over the government. Central government is just make the plan and then do the work. But in mixed economy, lack of coordination between the private sector and the public sector, because they are not able to do the work properly together. Then economic fluctuation is there. Under mixed economy, the private sector industries are not controlled effectively and are affected by the short-term demand and supply factor, which results in fluctuation in prices. So what happens? Short-term demand is there, suppose 3 months or 6 months or 9 months is there. Afterwards, what happens? That the commodities or the goods demand or the services demanded will be decreased, or maybe there is no demand of these things. So what happens? There is a fluctuation is there. So whatever the factors of productions are required, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, after 1 year or 2 years there will be no requirement of that goods or services. So no factors, so there is a fluctuations is there. Uncertainty is there. Always there is a doubt or there is no certainty is there. Industries in private sector have the fear of nationalizations. It means the government control over the private sector. So they do not take much interest, because they think that they will do the work effectively and good or advanced technology. Sometimes the government will do the more interference, and sometimes government just overtake the things also. More improving in technology. Private sector may not be able to function effectively due to the excessive government control and regulations. So sometimes the government so much the interference or control or regulations in the private sector. So what happened? The private sector doesn't want to do the work with the public sector. Then loss of efficiency. In mixed economy, both sectors suffer due to lack of efficiency, because they are not able to do the work properly. And what is the reason behind it? Because the government employees do not perform their duty with responsibility, because what they think their job are secure and so that the government sector is not able to do the work properly or efficiently. And while the private sector efficiency goes down because government impose too many restrictions in the form of control, permits and the license. There are so many fines are there, licenses there. If you will not do this and that, so what happened? The government is making so much interference in the private sector. So private sector is discouraged to do the work properly. Okay, so we have discussed about the evil things of the mixed economy. Now we are just coming to the next point or next classification of the developed economy, or classification on the basis of the level of development. There are two types of groups are categorized: developed economy, underdeveloping, or underdeveloped or developing economy. We just see. So now you just see the World Bank 2000 classified the various country on the basis of per capita income. It means per capita means how much the per person is earning the money. That is the consider. Low per capita income countries $1,025 or less. Middle income with the per capita income ranging $1,026 to $14,475. High income with per capita income is $14,476 or more. Low income countries and middle income countries taken together are described as an underdeveloped economy or developing economy. Then high income countries are called developed economy. There the per capita income is high. That's why we just called it developed economy. Standard of living is high and the infrastructure facilities is very good and everything is very good in the developed economy. Whether the water supply, sanitation is there, power is there, or transportation, public transportation is good, and the standard of living is good, but quality of food and the services is also very good, and they are using the advanced technology for the production also. So we will just discuss about how the developed economy and the in a developing economy or underdeveloped economy is there. As a developing economy, you just see the Sri Lanka is there, Brazil is there, India is there, Pakistan is there, Malaysia, Myanmar is there, and you just see in the economies of developed economies are US, Canada, UK, Japan, Germany are the examples of the developed economy. Now we will just discuss about the features of what are the features you will just see in the developed economy. First one is high per capita income. Now children, you just see how you can just find out the high per capita income when the total population is divided by the total national income. Then you can just find out the answer per capita income. Is it clear? So total population is divided by the total national income, and then it will be find out that what is the demand of the per capita income will be there in that particular country. So we are discussing about the developed economy. So developed economy is having the first one, high level of per capita income is there. So in the first one, we just see the national income and per capita income high in developed countries. According to the World Development Report 2013, per capita income is developed in the $14,476 or more. As a result of this, their consumption and standard of living is also high because the per capita income is high, and that's why what happened, the consumption level, they are just taking the good food, good services, and the standard of living is very high. For example, USA 5,120 against the 1,530 in India in 2012 is there. Then second point we will discuss about the developed economy, predominance of industrial and service sector. So you just see in the developed economy, most of the national income is coming from the industrial and the service sector. So there are so many industries established, so most of the income is coming. And from agriculture, the percentage of income is very low, or the subsidy is there, occupation is there. People are not just depend on the agriculture, they are not doing the services in the agriculture sector. As you just see in India, developing countries there or underdeveloped countries there, so most of the people are occupation is on the agriculture sector is there. So what happened in the developed economy, their services, they are doing the work in the industrial and the service sector is there, and the percentage of the agriculture is very low as compared to the underdeveloped economy. Full exploitation of resources. Now you just see the whatever the resources are there, natural resources, physical resources, manpower, human resources, they are fully utilized. Is it clear? They are not ideal or they are not just exploited. Whatever the resources, they are fully utilized for natural resources. Now just see the machines, raw materials and human resources or manpower. You just see, if you compare with the human resources or human capital, we just see, compare it, they are much, human capital is very efficient, they are skilled, they are trained, they are healthy, they are educated, but in developed economy. But underdeveloped economy, not health wise they are good, they are not skilled, they are not educated, they are not having so much the studies, or they are illiterates are there, and they still are there using the old techniques of production. Now technological advancement is there. In the developed economy, they are just using the advanced technologies or high complex and advanced, and that's why the productivity of the labor is very high in comparison to the underdeveloped country, because they are using the more developed economies, they are using the most advanced technology. And when you are using the advanced technology for the production scale will be high, production will be increased or high. So that what happened, that's why your income will be also increased. So what happened, that consumption in the underdeveloped economy is low as compared to the developed economy. That is why the productivity of labor is very high in the comparison to the underdeveloped economy. High standard of living. And high standard of living, why? What is the reason of the high standard? Because their income is high, and that's why the standard of living is also high. You just see they are having the car or everything, even every person, second person is having the car, and the standard of living, eating material is, they are just having the good healthy food also, they are trained, everything is good, they are educated, they are self-dependent, they are not dependent on the parents, children are not dependent on their parents. After certain age, they are just doing the work and they are getting the income also. So you just see the standard of living is very high. Now we are coming to the underdeveloped or developed economies. Underdeveloped economies are one which level of per capita income is low and the people have miserable life living. Now you just see how we can describe the miserable life. People are not having the basic facilities of the life. And what are the basic facilities of the life? Food, shelter, clothes, education. So food, shelter, clothes and the education facility or the health facilities are there. these things are not available in the proper manner, and the people suffer it, and so people are not having so much the income so they can just meet out the basic requirements of the life, and that is why we just say that is the underdeveloped economy is there. Now you just see the examples of the underdeveloped economies like Sri Lanka, India, Brazil, Myanmar. These are the underdeveloped economy, and the most of the natural resources and the human resources remain unexploited or underutilized. Some of the, so you just see that some of the resources are not utilized or they are not having the capacity of capital to just having the good capital and they can use it. So there is some problems are there in the underdeveloped economies there. And you just see, and in the underdeveloped economy, most of the national income is coming from the agriculture sector, or the people are depend on the agriculture sector, and that is why we just see the dependency on the agriculture. It means consider that these countries are the underdeveloping countries or underdeveloped countries. Because why we are saying the underdeveloping countries, because they are just establishing the industries, and that is why what happened, we are just saying that underdeveloping countries, but still the percentage of the people and the income, national income is coming from the agriculture sector, and that is why we are just saying that there is a developing country or economies are there. Now characteristics are there. First one is low per capita income. Characteristics of developed economy is underdeveloped economies are per capita income is very low. And already I have just explained it how you can find out total population is divided by the total national income, and you will find out the per capita income. So per capita income is very low, and when the income is low, so what happens? The standard of living is also very low. So all the things are depend on the income. If income is high, the standard of living will also be high. If the income is low, your standard of living will be low. Then you just see the second point is high growth of low level of living, and you just see the reason why the per capita people are not having the calories which is decided by the government that they have to take it. So you just see the 2400 calories, 2100 calories respective, where in countries like other these calories are there. UK 3642 and 3593 calories they have to be taken, but in the underdeveloped economy they are not able to take the proper calories because the income is not there up to the mark, and that's why they are not able to purchase. Because you just see when the income is very very low, there is no income is there, so when the people are not able to just meet out the basic requirements of life, so how can they take the calories? So that is, and what is the effect of this? Their ill health is there, they are not healthy, and the nutritions are not there, they are not taking the proper things are there. Growth rate is population is very high. In the underdeveloping economy, the population growth is very high. The government is not able to control the population, because, and what is the reason why? Because they are thinking the more hands will be there, the more income will be there, and reason male child is there. So there are so many reasons of the population growth is there, and so you just see the main thing is the more hand means the more children will be there, so more hands, the more income will be there, and that is why the population growth is very high. And what happens, one people is earning and the 7 people are dependent on the one person, so that is also the poor strategy or poor circle is still remain in the economy. Then agriculture, most of the people are dependent on the agriculture, and most of the income are dependent on the agriculture sector. So you just see our economy is based on the Indian economy is based on the agriculture sector, and so most income is coming from the agriculture sector, and the producers and the people are working in the agriculture sector. So that is the main thing. We are just depend on the underdeveloped economy are depend on the agriculture as compared to the developed economy. Now we are coming to the unequal distribution of income. In the underdeveloped economy, some of the people are getting the very high income, and some of the people are getting the very small income, wherever few income is there. And income distribution is not equally distributed by the economy, and that is the main thing. When income is unequal, so people are not able to just get the things properly. So there is some of the people are very rich and the poor in the less developed nations than in developed nations. Now you just see the problem of unemployment and underemployment. Now just see what is unemployment and underemployment means. Unemployment means when the person is wanting to do the job, but the person ready to just whatever the wage rate is there in the economy, but the person is not getting the job, that is considered as a unemployment is there. And underemployment means when the person is educated and qualified and skilled is there, but according to the standard or the skill or the things are there, the people are not getting the job. Some of the people are suppose the PhD or the trained, they are, but according to the trainings and all, they are not able to get the job properly. So then low level of productivity. The low level of productivity is also their reason because we are not just using the advanced technology or latest technology. So and the labor is not also the educated or trained or healthy is there. So all the things behind it. So that is the reason why there is a productivity of things are very low in the underdeveloped economy or developing economy. Then dualism is there. Dualism is found in underdeveloped economy. The term dualism implies the existence of two different segments. So you just see there, this economy is fully developed. Some of the markets are there, or some of the area is very full developed, and some of the area of the country is not fully developed or unorganized or underdeveloped, which means old and outdated techniques of production is there.